Let's expose Will Smith's celebrity criminal history right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the true crime story of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And yes, sure seems that way. Will Smith has a criminal past. Well, I'm going to be breaking it all down for you guys in a moment. Before I do so, though, just a little bit of housekeeping. Firstly, YouTube human reviewer, I see you lurking. I ain't going to be saying any trigger words or go into immense detail that'll offend your ear holes. And for everyone else awesome enough to click on this video, hi, welcome. If you love true crime on the daily, served with a little bit of sass and gobbiness, which is basically this, right? Next thing you need to do, no matter what, is smash the hell out of that subscribe button. Like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And let's jump into it, shall we? So, following on from the Oscars 2022 situation where Will Smith literally smacked the L out of Chris Rock, his criminal history has resurfaced. Now, according to MTO News, the Men in Black star's criminal history includes a very, very brutal attack on a Philadelphia man that nearly left him blind in 1989. So, what was that, over 30 years ago? Whew, what the deuce happened? So, according to police, the young Will Smith at the time, he was involved in a verbal dispute with record promoter William Hendricks that turned not very nice physically, when Smith allegedly ordered his bodyguard to physically rough him up. Now, the producer was left with a fracture of his left eye and was in hospital because of it. Will Smith was ultimately arrested and charged with aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, and criminal conspiracy. But, lucky break for Will Smith, all the charges were dropped after Will Smith paid the producer's medical bills. Now, an insider told the National Enquirer at the time that Will Smith had to spend a night in the cell at the West Philadelphia police station with other inmates, waking him up all night long and asking for his autograph. Now, I can understand this next bit, right? It was the worst night of his life. He wants to forget it ever happened. Now, worst night of his life up to that moment? Maybe this Oscars one ain't his worst night, but very, very close to it. You know what I mean? Smith, though, apparently in 2005, refused to take responsibility of the incident, saying, "It wasn't my fault. That's what they all say, but it wasn't my fault. This is back in Philly. One of my buddies beat up this dude, and I was there. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it." Right. However, right, he didn't turn around and say, it was someone else that did it. It wasn't me. However, I did try and stop it, but, the dude just overpowered me and beat the absolute deuce out of the dude. He didn't say that. No. He just said he was there, but it had nothing to do with him because it was someone else that did it, and it wasn't Will Smith. I'm sorry, but if Will Smith didn't turn round to the dude that did it and say, stop, or tried to stop him, whether that's verbally or physically or a mixture of both, then hang on a minute. In my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, Will Smith is complicit. If he did not try and stop him. Now, physically, he may not have been able to stop him. I'll grant you that. But verbally? Like, he could have turned round, right, here, and said, "It wasn't my fault, that's what they all say, but it wasn't my fault. This is back in Philly. One of my buddies beat up this dude, and I was there. I tried to tell him to stop, but he wouldn't listen." That's my story and I'm sticking to it. But he doesn't even say in this short statement here that he tried to stop it, whether verbally, physically, or a little bit of both. And again, I'll reiterate, maybe physically he couldn't have stopped it. Fair enough. But verbally he could have turned around and said, dude, stop right now. You're literally like pulverizing this dude right now. Not good, not good. Stop, stop, stop. But here he's not saying that. And so, to me, it's like, well, what did you try and do to try and stop this situation in the first place? Absolutely freaking nothing. Because you're not saying here what you tried to do to stop it. It's just, note to do with me. I was just there. But note to do with me because I didn't do it. Freaking Will Smith, even in 1989, like, dude was like well known. He was famous even then. Do you know what I mean? The mind freaking boggles, right? However, we have a little bit of an update because guess what, you guys? Ever since the Oscars, just over a week ago now, the dude that got beat, allegedly, by Will Smith's bodyguard has now spoken out. Now, what has he said? So, record promoter William Hendricks exclusively tells Radar that Will Smith should be held accountable for his I can only think he's saying shiz, antics. He says, there's a story here that should be told because there's a lot of shiz going on with him, Hendricks said during a telephone interview. He further says, I don't agree with what he did, but like I said, this is the biggest what's it up he's done thus far, he added. He has to learn we are all accountable to what we say and do, and you have to be prepared for the backlash, just like Chris Rock. Snaps. Now, should Chris Rock get any backlash? No. Comedy's comedy, right? There should be a little bit of freedom of expression and freedom of art when it comes to, comedy and all that lot, right? I don't think Chris Rock should really get any backlash, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. But Will Smith, well, yeah, hell yeah. And again, I'm not talking about his cancellation of Will Smith. No. I'm talking about accountability for Will Smith. There is a difference. Now, he also says, which is interesting, every time Will Smith do some nut shiz, y'all call me. But he refused to recount the 1989 incident. He refuses to talk about it. I wonder why. Is it because there's an NDA? Is it because, just quite frankly, he's moved on with it and just doesn't care anymore and just wants to put it in the past and not dredge it up anymore? Is it too triggering, to discuss? Who knows, right? Who knows? But, guys, that whole incident at the Oscars where Will Smith smacked the hell out of Chris Rock, well, alleged criminal history now exposed. Back in 1989, he allegedly was involved in a major beating of Hendricks. Was arrested, but escaped the charges after paying for the dude's medical expenses and all that malarkey. Coincidental? You tell me. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you surprised of Will Smith's history that's just been exposed or not? Sound off with your gobs in the comments down below. And if you love true crime on the daily just like this, and you love it served with a little bit of sass and gobbiness, which is basically this situation you're seeing right here, the next thing you need to do, no matter what, is smash the hell out of that subscribe button, like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until the next time, you guys, laters.